Mama wakwaba mwatena sede ba Coastal Television do ya wadegeta 514 enti ekokwa ama yewo bia no yenye obechan kama dama ebushebri omemu nsama yensa ka na madrebo so mumi from Kitikeku Asorba Kofi Esuman yehwe nsama obidi numu akwetini bia inde ba sentemare na oman Ghana yekoto aba yeyi hona obokombre shebogom no nyi hona na opeyina obatna Ghana god de Ghana omampeyin yenyim pefe de abatu komisa onfa nusunsuando motu gwaso sampara na so yeri kese ya Ghana omampeyin na bedechi His Excellency Dr. Alhaj Mahmudu Bawumia onedi anada wejina kakra nsa kado na wama omampeyin na watu aba wodaman mecho omampeyin dadaw His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wamene tinkwa na mbo na yedadaw ebusia iyi na nsem ya ọka na nwabere aye mechafa na madrebo som home afi yanje na yanje nsam nemu nchechirum nde ba sentemare na oman Ghana koto santen na yeto aba yedema ya obatena amampe na egwado na onyimbre shebu gomfo ebusia abato nu sunsuande na no abato komisamfa motu gwaso sampa na so on Coastal Television your election eye aprobodo do ayeboy na yedenu sunsuande na no yedeboto onyim nti ebusia yerukọ na yakọhwe bra ye kwa probo wo finfiri mantom he nyina nsam aworo anaboto no susane na no ye de bra homon yenzin kan yenko ekunfi wa bra abato susane bede diwie ma abato komisa na abato opeyina na ohwere wo ekunfi odene nsam ado tugwa no ye hwe bi
Mahmudu Bawumia had 9,284. Daniel Augustus Lati Jr. had 56. Christian Kwabna Andrews, 41. Kofi Akpalu, 17. Mohammed Frimpong, 11. Nana Akosua Frimpoma, 48. John Dramani Mahama,
wow,
19,046.
champion, I record.
Hassan Abdallah Ayaraga, 55. Kofi Granton, 6. George Chum Barema Edu, 5. Nana Kwame Bediako, 188. That's 188. Alan John Kwadwo Shamantin had 47. Total valid vote, we had 28,804. Total rejected ballot, 1,065. Total vote cast, 29,869.
iti yefi oye ekunfinu yesane de aprobo no kupemu oye Cape Coast South abato mposedo mesra yenzin kan ko Cape Coast North ansana na yefi Cape Coast North na yakohwe South so asem okodo Cape Coast North abato mposedo mpeifa na wada abato komisa no hono so wode hono sunsade ina no wode tugwa no damna okrai
Hectic time putting the figures together. We have finally arrived at the figures that we desired. These figures tally with what we have on the system. After the summations, The total valid votes is 40,858. Total rejected ballots 271. When you sum that, it gives us the total vote cast, which is 41,129. So the distribution of the total valid vote cast to the candidates, Ewusi Horace Eko, 17,045. Nyako Kwamina Minta, 23,521. Ando Thomas, 292. So, as the returning officer for Cape Coast North constituency, based on this results, Nyako Kwamina Minta is duly elected as the member of parliament for Cape Coast North constituency.
Yeah.
I thank you all on behalf of the chairperson of the electoral commission and the district electoral officer of Cape Coast. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enti Cape Coast North abato mpasodo abato komisa no so na ete nka na na de ye hweda nsunsando ahorowa obuguin ebusia yenko Cape Coast South abato mpasodo eho so abato komisa opeyina oda no na so bra ode no nsunsade na no ode tugwa no ibenyi
39. John Dramani Mahama had 23,219. Hassan Abdullah Ayarga had 22. Kofi Granton had 8 of the votes. George Chum Berima Edu had 8. Nana Kwame Bediako also had 378 of the votes cast. Alan John Kojo Chemartin had 153. So the total votes, valid votes, accumulated to 37,155, thereby leaving a rejected ballots of 538. So by the power vested in me as the yesterday, the country went for a coup on 2 different elections, the presidential and parliamentary elections in 2024. Here in Cape Coast South constituency, this is the outcome of the presidential election. So, by the power vested in me as the returning officer for Cape Coast South, I therefore announce the result for the election. After the elections, in the 116 polling stations, in addition to the special polling station, I proceed to read or announce the results of the presidential election. The total of 37,693 votes was cast. Out of this, Mahamadou Baumia had 13,223. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. had 21. Christian Kwabena Andrews had 70, the highest votes of 23,219 for Cape Coast South. Thank you. We had 4 candidates contesting for the seats in Cape Coast South. Ernest Arthur, Rickett Hagan, George Kweku, Menu Isaac, and Mensah Emmanuel Ando Perry. After the elections, we had 37,699 of the votes cast, the total votes cast. Out of this 37,699, this is the breakdown. Ernest Arthur had 14,163. Rickett Hagan George Kweku had 21,277. Menu Isaac had 223 of the votes cast, with Mensah Emmanuel Ando Perry obtaining 1,735 of the votes, with the remaining votes of 301 being rejected. So again, as the power vested in me by the Electoral Commission as the returning officer for Cape Coast South, I hereby declare Rickett Hagan George Kweku as the parliamentary candidate elect for Cape Coast South constituency.
Into Cape Coast North, Cape Coast South, Abato Mposhodo, Abatu Commission, Ejina da Nsakani na wama oye Honorable Kweku Rickett Hagan wama imbo na ye imbo ne tinkwa de ono nyinya watu aba ode yinu oye Cape Coast South Abato Mposhodo. Ebusiafo ono ina nachi no oye Ghana omampeyi na bezechi His Excellency Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia ono su no to franka edema oye NPP amanyoku de nche wonto abaman number Ghana omampeyin ebusia anada anapa bra no wotwimpem de kobo no nkono no abatu nsunsu ando no ogururu kwado na oji itum na manansa ka na monam kwam leban so odoso manansa ka no da no kwari nyaza bibiara basesa de obedu nkogu nti oda o mano ye har na odi mbo na ye na tinkwa na oji tum de wedi nkogu wa abatu a okro donum yenyim pefe de abatu komisa ye kesi arempo onfa no sunsuande biara onfa motugwa na suga no mampe na abedetiri de sabi utafreche enyimza ensedi iyinti ontwe ma abatu komisa mpo onfa no sunsuande onfa mba ansana wa ma oye nunua oye no kro oye akensi no wa ma netinkwa usande onyim na nyim so a sabi amombo wabu ansana akaka the order ka ntamha na wole tuta no mo bi odi itu ansana se wachitafu mpo wode basabaseye anampo de wode da wanta simpo baba na wa ye kendefo no etu anomar mohonso wedi wechi nti Ghana mampe na bedeti His Excellency Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia ama Ghana mampe nkano Ghana mampe ena nya oman Ghana watu aba woda mande onsan matene gwono do no ombu oman Ghana mfia na nitema ode hinenyim no wa manitinkwa meche His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wa manitinkwa de ombu na ye ombu na ko ombu na dwuma so.
The NDC has also won the parliamentary election, even though we await final collation for a number of seats. However, I believe ultimately that these will not change the overall outcome. I have just called His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to congratulate him as President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. I said during the signing of the Peace Pact that I was sure of two things. Ghana will win and peace will reign. The people of Ghana have spoken. The people have voted for change. at this time, and we respect that decision with all humility. I thank God Almighty for how far He has brought me, and I submit to His will. I am making this concession speech before the official announcement by the Electoral Commission to avoid further tension and preserve the peace of our country. It is important that the world investor community continues to believe in the peaceful and democratic character of Ghana. These are our most important assets. Ghana is more important than our individual political ambitions, and we must always put Ghana first. While this was not our desired outcome, I say this is part of the democratic process. We put our best foot forward in the contest, explaining our policies and programs. However, it is sometimes the case that the voter would have other ideas. I am very proud of the efforts of our campaign team, and I thank them very much. I assure His Excellency John Dramani Mahama of my full support in the transition process. As committed Democrats, we pledge to ensure that we have a very smooth transition so that the business of government will continue seamlessly. The MPP would offer the needed support to the new government in a very responsible way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have conceded defeat like any consummate Democrat would do, but we have not abandoned the fight to transform Ghana and expand opportunities to all sections of our society. We will not be a disruptive opposition, even though we would subject government actions and policies to strict scrutiny in the interest of our beloved nation. Our MPs, I am convinced, will do a thorough job to advance our democracy and ensure that the citizenry gets the best out of the democratic dispensation. To the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party, I know the feeling hurts, given that this is not the result you worked for. I know you would feel there is darkness ahead. That is natural, especially when in all sincerity you gave the assignment your all. But I assure you that we will regroup and come back even stronger. We will take stock of events and pick lessons to guide us going forward. In the interim, I urge you all to look into the future with optimism and hope. We may have lost the battle, but not the war. Let me also use this occasion to congratulate all MPs elect, with special emphasis on those from the MPP side. I would like to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, for his support and guidance over the years. I extend sincere thanks to the First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, for her support and wise counsel throughout my tenure as Vice President and during the 2024 electioneering campaign. I would like to thank my wife, Haja Samira Bawumia, who has gone over and above the call of duty in her support for me. My thanks also go to my children, my brothers and sisters, and the entire Bawumia family for their support. I also thank my running mate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, and his wife Alma for their strong support in this campaign. I am eternally grateful to our revered traditional rulers, religious leaders, and the generality of Ghanaians for their support. I thank former President Kufuor, the Council of Elders, executives.
Ghana Mampe na Bezechi, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia Nyo. Ono na ode ne itirunkwa no na ye oda tuga dama oye Mampe na watu aba uze His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ebusia yenye mpefede abatu komisan fo ni sunsano motugwa susampara. Na so Ghana Mampe na Bezechi etudama no mori. Coastal Television yenye mpanyinfu ekuku da bit de bleshe gbogbonya owo gwa na etifi nara so na wasena to aba mane de onsan ntue na edwuma do meche doctor Kwamina Mintanya akon dudu na fa na raga de papa da anomara oye amampai na bezechi nara so na otu franka de MPP amanyeku wetu anomara oye anaso na wape no ho na wetu do anomara na na
and Amonu Uti very, very good. Even though very good, and I respect him for that. Even once the results of Sasidorba, the Orungwe fighting about it and making noise about it in Orungwa. And for him, I doff my hat for him for that showmanship of a gentleman. We showed a gentleman, Papa, and we showed the Ghana in Yasugi, 18 Akambia, Nyaza, Wobwa. And once he knows that there's work ahead, or also what's in the support of the back, the 2 years of clear. So tonight, me transit here, so me look at as no year, so I'm peace no, or perform well. Sunday in Yama, opinion no day, you miss there. Why don't you get in one car? That's what's in it into me ocean. So I think that Dama Namono, he's done a very good job. Done a very decent act while improve the peace in Ghana. Now we also play His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, also a very peaceful person. And he also is happy. The assembly bearer, apart from 1 or 2 incidents here, I think it was very it wasn't good. Today your friend and how comes in the constituency. Nobody should die because of elections. Nobody should die because of elections. But what happened? We know that.
On a nature no Coastal Television engineer wara yasani yanye lecturer owo CCTU metre engineer Anthony say yaino bonko bi say na papa anomara omampai na bezechi nara so na otu frank edema MPP abanyeku omode abatu komisan fa ni sunsanu motugwa susampara na so awa kaye mranyimya akaye bia ya trade na eye politician na anomara opeyini weti oya anomara wetu ana wa pepe no ntam na wetu de man mo na na
the man oye na adodan kokofo ado nti nesu wedu ne ten na otra abo yimpe bia ne wala kuna obi ahye no nfa wo wa hwe me kunu mesimo o si wala bebo hye no nfa wo bubu sina na sa ma won sare tantantantam na anhwe ne ya ina da atwaro akọ nti sina na wa man tantam na wa man da anhwe na nan kokofo no bu ya hye ho no nfa nti ba wa bana de ne ko enum de emede ndc fo inyan yampia basa ye ye de na se de na lankasa wa de na wa man nsa do na wetum na de pere ye oye yene nkitemuza ewe manim pere ye tede aye ye democracy no wo because protocol democracy tede wa de wa badedi mutu choma de man oye Mahmoud Bawumia ombu na adwuma nde wetum wa de maten so anya de na de na ntema lankasa ntema so nko for the one onko ration do no nko pa na so mfutal no ya de no onko concede defeat enti na kwenyi mini why ada sabe Mahama ye bi ni bi I tede olusua fi ni nua panyin ho nya ne ya hyase ana ho wa atwa do nya dam ya de besia da de ba nya ne vice o ma mu ana ho so akekwa bi aba me ye na ho so wo hwe no wo ye o tere mfantepim school science and math school di wanji bi as and Augustine so won tumi nyi bi nti ye ja na ho age another side for so waje nti panyin wom nti ye ka beko sen ma panyin NDC nye na ye moframa on MP people nti won ye na won hu ni won
Engineer Anthony Ekose or a lecturer wo Cape Coast Technical University me CCTU ono na etsen kebusua no dusu na ebegina na madam ho aba na moba me de oye agudum nsama nsaka no ya de atua homodo mo yifi the Coastal Television ya wo de geta do 514 de geta 514 ekwo ha Coastal Television de wo bia no ye wo be chere fe madam ho aba na agudum nsama nsaka no so moda atua homodo Ebusamu akwa bia o mfomra Coastal Television do Degeta 514 Degeta 514 ekwa wada ye wo bia no yenye wo becha me kama dama meta gudum nsamre tua wo da hinua ba mama Kelesian nka no na Ghana Blaster wo jeme den ekwochesa amanye kunum so na nka no so no jeme den inde oya assistant coach zema oya Dennis club bia oho na onye dem team na wo Dennis oyun ne fi nje saboti mem na oyun na abakanse wo man Ghana ha ba wa bere nyina ye de woreba na wabɔhwe nketemudza o man Ghana yanye Dennis oyun wo na owie so a wabɔhwe kwana ye fodo yiti ni djuma bi tire ye ne bɔ na hena wo fama hena culture kwana ye fodo ye hene ndama nyina no da manuanumi aba Ghana ha wo bosua da mandam na yenyin pefe de Makelesian bra na owo Ghana ha anampo obobo board ze ma Ghana Blaster no ama kesi ojane na do pa okanwona wozin kan wokro oye World Cup no nye Makelesian kan ball menyina wokagina Ghana name ma wozin kan kobo oye World Cup no Makelesian kan wonte so onye the meeting Fidelis na wabakansa wo man Ghana ma ebusua yin pefe de enwanam a waba no woreba na wa manketewudi aye fefefe amase chine abanede bi wa Ghana ha na opedo tukonoko nyamno ne okobodo ball na ofa ekobi ana ofa mani bi tirinisha nata amoku a wona yan katankwan wa ko na busue man ntimire kasiare Makelesian onye de boku yi abakanso man Ghana ma woreba probo wore hwede wonye nketewudi bedi mu na wesue da yewo na henso mbrebu san henso yakoho henso yekusua da yewo nti manyenya ba ma Makelesian enye ebusuafa ofi Dennis ba yemu akwaba na yesahum da huma be umusua da oye na umfa nko na echiri henso yakọ yekusua da oye henso da babo ma man Ghana agudum nsam titsarempo da oye borbo no etumegina na nado ebusua de megina na mede oye nsama nsakan me chefin manto man nsakani na no mede besi mo yimfi the Coastal Television ya wo Degeta do 514 Degeta 514 nse ko ha za ye wo bia no yin be chan pepepe se pre yin be digwa pre yin be kitawudi biara botuma fra komotrofi ya baje odo na yin abonko me biara aka o 0244 02 64 32 Ministry Bill 0244 02 64 32 Efra yanyo bonko biala aka mada wase denya bre na daje na ede amahen Coastal Television yamu ayuko na eduma